Okay, question number 17. Safia starts at 52 and counts backward in 7. Okay, counts backward in 7. And Mia starts at negative 10 and counts forward in 9s, my dear. So, write the number they both will say together. So, let's do that. It is simple. Let's start from Safia. Safia starts at 52 and she's counting backward, means that you have to subtract 7 every time. So if you got to subtract 7 every time, your next number will be 45, then it will be 38, then it will be 31, and then it will be 4, and then it will be 17, and 3, and then the negative number. Okay, now Mia starts at negative 10 and count forward in nines, my dear. So let's start for the Mia. She starts at negative 10 and now every time she is gonna count forward means that gonna add 9 every time. So when she add 9 over here, it will be negative 1, then it will be positive 8, okay, positive 8, then it will be again 9. When you add over here, it will be 17, and then it will be 20. Oh, I have got it. It is 17 and 17 that I have got here. So Safia will say 17 along with Mia when Safia is counting backward in 7 and Mia is counting forward in 9s, my dear. So the first number that they both will say together, it will be 17, my dear. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Okay, so here is a grid of squares. Um, Okay, I have explained this thing on in my another video, so you can see the other video to find out about it. Rotate the triangle 90 degrees anti-clockwise about point A, my dear. So I will just explain it how you have to do it. You have to take a paper, tracing paper. You have to place it at the top of it. You have to trace this whole shape on the tracing paper. Trace it clearly, and after that you have to any of the point. Okay, so this they already told you that you have to look for the point A, my dear. Okay, so you have to look for the point A. So hold the point A right over here, hold it with the pencil, and then you rotate your shape anti-clockwise, means the backward direction, and you have to give it only one turn because one turn is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so when you just give it a one turn, so it will be, you will give a new shape over here. Okay, so you can draw it by using a tracing paper, or you can see the other video to find out that how to do that. Okay, calculate 32.723 plus 60 by 1000. So it is very easy to do. 32.723 plus 60 by 1000. So what you have to do, simply cut the 0 with 0 because they are dividing, and now 6 divided by 100 will be equal to 0.06. Okay, now you have to just add them up together. So 32.723 and it is 0.06. Just add them up together. It is 3, it is 8, it is 7, it is 2, it is 3. So you have got that 32.783. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Okay. Now take all the correct statements. All kites can be made with two identical scalene triangles, two identical equilateral triangles, two different isosceles triangles, and two different equilateral triangles. So if you look over here, what is a scalene triangle? A scalene triangle is a triangle with all sides different. So I will just write that all sides different. All sides different, my dear. And equilateral means all sides equal. Isosceles means that two sides equal, okay, and one is different. So let's try to figure it out. Let's draw the kite first. Oh, it should be. Okay, let's try to make a kite. Okay, we have made a kite right over here. Now we have to focus on the which angle must be here. For example, if you are gonna find out the scalene triangle, so let's look at that. How can you make a scalene triangle out of it? Draw a line in the middle, just like that. So you will exactly get the two scalene triangles. So this is your first scalene triangle right over here. You will see that all sides are different. This is different from this one, and this is different from this one. So all three sides have different lengths. The same goes over here. If you just separate these two, one and two, so this is also different from this one. This is also different from the third one. So yes, we can say that all kites can be made with the two identical scalene triangle. So the first one is a tick. Now two identical equilateral triangles, so it is a no-no case. Okay, both of the triangles cannot be equilators. For example, these are the two triangles that I have made. Now if I want to make the other triangle right over here, now I have to make it again. So I'm going to make it again. Okay, so this is another one. If I have to make an equilateral triangle, and if I want to go to do that, this thing means that in the middle I am passing the line, straight line. So this is also not the equilateral triangle, so it is a no-no case. For example, two different isosceles triangles, so it is exactly the same. If it is of 2 centimeter, this is also of 2 centimeter, but it might be of 3 centimeter. Okay, the same goes for the other side. If it is of 4 centimeter, or you can say that it is much longer, so it is of 5 centimeter. So if it is also of 5 centimeter, so it is obvious that different one, it is of 3 centimeter. So you can say that it is made up of two different isosceles triangles, my dear. Now two different equilateral triangles, so it is also a no-no case. So the two identical scalene triangle and two different isosceles triangle for this. Now give an example of the data collection that is best represented by a line graph. So which is best represented by a line graph? A line graph will always give you an increase or decrease. Okay, decrease, increase or decrease in data. For example, the rainfall this year has been increased or decreased. Okay, if not rainfall, you can say that number of books have been sold in this week, increase or decrease. So you can just take any, you can just take the thing that the number of books sold in a month. So this is one of the example of data collection that you can take to make a line graph, my dear. So you can just do this thing that you will write the days of the month, for example, 2, 4, 6, and so on. Or you can simply write that the days of the month more shorter if you want to write. You can just write that 5, 10, 15, and so on. And over here, you will write the number of the books that have been sold, for example, 2, 4, 6, and then you will get the graph like this, or the graph that is other way around. So you can just change the number of the books to the number of pens, number of shirts, and something that is more easy for you. Now, Nomi thinks of a number. The number rounds up when? Rounds up. Rounds up means that it will increase when rounded off to the nearest 10. So over here, if you just look, it is your 10th, is your 100th. Okay. So your 10th, it is rounded up when rounded to the nearest 10th, and it is rounded down when rounded to the nearest whole number. So to the nearest whole number, it means that it is your 10th digit you have to write. So round it down when rounded to the nearest whole number. So it means that it can be a number which is smaller than 5. Okay, smaller than 5. So you can just write 3 over here, okay, or 2 or 1 or 4 over here, and round it up to round it up when rounded to the nearest 10. So it means that in order to write when rounded up nearest 10, so it means that your hundreds place must be greater than 5. Okay, greater than 5, my dear. So you can just write 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it is. So I'm writing 9, so it is 3.39.